Hey everyone, it's Friday night about 10 o'clock. I know it's late, but I wanted to get this out tonight because you heard earlier the announcement that we have suspended worship services for 3 weeks, and we'll revisit our plans for if and when to resume public worship services after that time. So I just had a couple thoughts about that I wanted to share. One is that there are a lot of strong opinions about the degree of public health threat that this coronavirus is. And so there's all kinds of interesting discussion too about whether the government should be restricting the civil liberties of people and instructing the churches not to meet, and whether or not they have a right to do that, and what the church's response should be and all that. I just want to encourage us to be cautious and humble. James 1:19, slow to speak, quick to listen. As far as the consistory of the elders went, we made the best decision we could. We feel out of love for each other and our church family, and love for our community, and obeying the magistrates and their orders and directives. So let's just keep that attitude of deference and peace, as much as it depends on us in all of these discussions. By all means, if you have a strong conviction and it's based on deep knowledge, then go forward boldly. But otherwise, temper your enthusiasm, as I will mine, on my own opinions. As far as worship goes, we are going to be sending out some material tomorrow. Maybe you'll see this on Saturday morning, or sometime Saturday. You'll be also receiving information on Saturday to use in your homes for private worship on Sunday. It's not a substitute for public worship. We will not be gathering for public worship, and we will miss it. But nonetheless, it'll be good to spend some time together in pious devotion in our households to worship the Lord on Sunday. And as I said, we'll send you some recommendations and encouragements and things you can use for that this weekend. Other than that, maybe use this time while we are not able to gather together to worship to renew our appreciation for the privilege of gathering together in worship. It really does ache in our hearts. We talked about this last night as elders, that we won't be gathering together. And to renew our commitment and appreciation for public worship is good during this time. That is useful. And also, if you haven't been able to connect with us in a long time, we're all getting a chance to reset and to come back with renewed enthusiasm to the church, love for God and love for each other. So if we haven't seen you in a while, we want you to know we have still and continue to pray for you. We miss you. We feel connected to you. You're part of the family, and we just would love to see you if the Lord is kind to us and brings us back to worship Him together again. One other thing is that the Spanish language ministry, Pastor Taylor, is putting out a daily podcast in Spanish. If you know some Spanish speakers who could benefit from some encouragement and instruction in the Lord, this is a daily podcast based on the book of Philippians and applied to our situation that we're facing. So please, if they don't have a church family of their own and you know them and love them, share it with them and encourage them to listen to God's word applied in this time. And I'll be settling in more next week, thinking about what I want to put out for us on a regular basis in English. And same thing there. If you know and love people who do not have a church family of their own, or no matter what they believe, if they're not regularly worshiping in a church, if you think they could be served and helped and loved and instructed by what you're hearing from us, then by all means do share it with them. These are ways that we can, examine ourselves and also serve others, make this time useful when we're not able at this time to gather together. How great will it be when we come back together, renewed, and maybe with some others as partners with us in worshiping the Lord. Okay, other than that, I just want to close with Psalm 131. Lord, my heart is not haughty, nor my eyes lofty, neither do I concern myself with great matters, nor things too profound for me. Surely I have calmed and quieted my soul, like a weaned child with his mother. Like a weaned child is my soul within me. O Israel, hope in the Lord, from this time forth and forever. Renew your hope in the Lord tonight. Be at peace, be in good health, and we'll be in touch soon. Good night.